Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, the time has come. I'm about 15 to 20 hours into MK1. I have finished story mode on the harder settings. I have finished the towers. Well, I've done all the towers. I've done the towers. And I'm just plodding through Invasion now. So, I think I've spent enough time with the game. I've spent enough time with the characters, with the moves, with the skill sets, that I can give an honest overview on it. So, I'm not going to go 100% fanboy. I do love Mortal Kombat. I think it's the best fighting style game out there. But there is some things that I dislike. So, where do we start? We start with the first thing you should be doing when you get a Mortal Kombat game, and that is the story mode. You don't need to pick a main, because as with the other ones, your main changes all the way through the story. What can we say about the story mode and the actual way the story is told? So, the story itself is rather good. When I say rather good, the Mortal Kombat series have always had the best story out of fighting games. That is, don't get me wrong, you're never going to get a story that hits you as hard as, say, The Last of Us, Red Dead Redemption 2. You're never going to get a story that hits you that hard in a Mortal Kombat game. But for a fighting game, they always have the best stories. So, how is the story told? So the way the story is told throughout the game, obviously, is good. I like the way they've done it. Do I think there's a couple of things they could have done? Yeah. I think the story mode could have done with, like, about an extra chapter or episode, whatever it is, or two, before you actually got to the main boss fight, which I'm not going to tell you who it is, and I'm not going to spoil it, even though you've probably seen it anyway. That's my only beef with the story mode. It could have been just that little bit longer, and I'm not talking like adding 20 more episodes. So it's like trying to play an Assassin's Creed game now, 20 to 30 hours. Do you know what I mean? It's like 5 hours to do the story. So even if you just added an extra couple of chapters, an extra episode or two, just to hit that 6 hours, just to build it up a bit more towards that final boss fight, then I think that would have been ideal. I also like the way, because of how Liu Kang's reset the timeline, they're giving unlikable characters likable backstories. Baraka, I loved Baraka's backstory. But if I had to pick one backstory out of them all that just shone out for me, it was Reptile. They did Reptile right in this one. He's got a good backstory, he's a likeable character, he is a good guy. Smoke, I like the way they introduced Smoke into it, with Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Again, not going to spoil it, but that's where he's introduced. So, on not just the story mode, on any mode, you've got something now called cameo fighters. We've all known these were coming for a long time. So, what's my thoughts on the cameos? Well, you've got the people who at the bottom just downright hate the cameos, even hate the thought of it. And then at the other end of the spectrum, you've got the people who can't live without them, think they're the best thing in the world. And then in that space in between them two people is where the majority of us are, where it's meh, you can use them or not use them. We don't love them, we don't hate them, we just think they're good. And that's where I am. I'm sat in the middle where I can take them or leave them. I can go through a fair chunk of the story. If I was on easier mode, I did mine on the hard modes, but if I went through on easier mode, I could go through easily without using a cameo. like I have done on the towers. When I done the beginner's tower, I went through the whole beginner's tower without using the cameo once. It's just, they're there to use EA or A, it doesn't matter. So yeah, cameo fighters, I can take them or leave them. If you're doing the story mode on the harder settings, you're probably more than likely going to need to start using and learning which cameos do what. You're going to need to use your cameo on the harder settings, it's as simple as that. So, what have they removed from the game's mechanics since MK10 and 11? So, you can no longer use the environment to your advantage, which is a bit of a downfall for me, because I think that would have been better off left in the environmental weapons, so to speak. I think that would have been better if you just left that in and added everything else. But that's just my opinion. Just like with the cameos, there's people who love them, people who hate them. It's the same with the environmental weapons, if you want to call them that. So, towers are back. Now, towers are a little bit grindy, but I'm glad. I like them. I love the towers. I think they're the best. They're one of the best parts of a Mortal Kombat game. I love the towers. And they've replaced crypts with the invasions. Now, I've started the invasions, and to me, it does feel a little bit grindy. Some people will love them. I'm not a hater of them. Don't get me wrong. I'm just meh. I can take it or leave it. But if you want to unlock all the colours, all the skins, there's all kinds you can unlock. But you've got to do the invasions to do it. So, if you want to have all the outfits, all the combos, all the cameos, all the other good stuff, you've got to go through invasions. I'm sorry, but you have. It's a sad reality, but it's a reality. Towers are brilliant. It does feel a little bit grindy when you get to the end, towards the end of the towers. I think one of them was infinite, so I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I was only playing it last night as well, and I forgot. So, there it is. So what is my overall view? And do I think you should buy Mortal Kombat 1? My overall view of Mortal Kombat 1 is it's a brilliant game. Yes, there's things they took out of the older games that they should have left in, and certain things that they've added that some people don't like. But overall, yet again, it's another banger. It is. But it has been smashed out the park by NetherRealm Studios. And do I think you should buy Mortal Kombat 1? If you're on PC, PlayStation, Xbox, yeah. If you're on Switch, yeah, but don't expect the best graphics. Right, one last thing before we end this video. Once you've done the story, once you've done the invasions, once you've done the towers, you're going to have picked up a few moves along the way without even looking at the moves list. Some of the configurations have been the same since Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat 9 even. Some of the configurations of the same moves are still there, do you know what I mean? But you will have to, if you want to go online, you are going to have to learn about combos and how to block combos, because there is people online who are quite sad, rather sad, because they learn one combo and do nothing but hit you with it, and it is, like I said, it's rather sad, because you don't buy a Mortal Kombat game to learn one move and just do that one move to beat everyone. It is rather sad, but the combos they're learning are like 60, 70, 80% damage, so you're stuffed unless you know how to block, when to block, and probably learn a couple of combos yourself. I've been online for about an hour, and I actually like online fighting on it, and I'm not the biggest fan of online games, but I do enjoy it until you come across one of them saddos who's just learned that one combo, and they'll hit you with a cameo combo, and that's all you're getting. It's fucking sad that they've learned one combo and don't do nothing else but that combo and a cameo. That's just my opinion though. Anyway, do I think you should buy Mortal Kombat 1? Yes, most definitely. If you like fighting games, even if you're a casual gamer and you don't really play Mortal Kombat games, I'd say get it. The story alone is the best story you're going to get in a fighting game. Anyway, that's the end of the video, and I will see you again when we get Kombat Pack 1 starting to release next month. Catch us in a bit.